my confident and generous Leo friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Leo, there's a quiet tension weaving through your days lately, isn't there? It sits just beneath your outward composure, like a hush behind applause or the pause before you speak your mind. Others may see your brightness, your ease, but you know the difference between looking sure and feeling certain. Maybe you wake with a lingering question in your chest, a sense that something is shifting in the backdrop of your confidence. You might notice how quickly your mood changes when praise fades or when a challenge approaches. There's an undercurrent, a pulse of vulnerability running parallel to your pride. It's not doubt exactly, more like anticipation or the subtle ache of wanting to keep your place in the sun without slipping into the shadows. This week you may find yourself watching the reactions of others with more care than usual, reading between the lines for reassurance, wondering if your recent victories settle as deeply as you'd hoped. The world feels both inviting and unpredictable, and you are balancing the thrill of being seen with the risk of being exposed. If you're honest, there's a longing to let your guard down just a little, but you're not sure what will happen if you do. You're carrying the energy of the 6 of Wands this week, and it's both a comfort and a weight. You may feel yourself riding high on recent accomplishments, still basking in the warmth of recognition. There's a sense of pride in how you've handled things lately, a satisfaction in being respected, noticed, or perhaps even admired. This is the glow of a job well done, the subtle lift in your step when others acknowledge your strengths. Yet beneath the outward celebration, you might notice a flicker of self-consciousness. Each compliment is welcome, but it brings a quiet pressure to keep performing, to stay at the top of your game. The eyes that cheer for you also remind you they're watching, and you may feel a deep urge to prove yourself again and again. It can be exhilarating to command attention, but it can also leave you with a quiet fatigue, a sense that each day demands something a little extra from you. You hold your chin up, but there's a carefulness inside, a worry that one misstep could undo the respect you've earned. Maybe you find yourself replaying conversations, checking for signs you said or did the right thing. There's a desire to lead, to inspire, to set the pace, yet you're aware of how thin the air is at the top. Your courage is real, but so is your awareness of how quickly things can change. Part of you craves the freedom to just be, to rest without expectation, to celebrate without wondering if you've done enough. Still, you keep moving forward, guided by that inner drive to shine, to rise above, to be seen as capable in the eyes of others and yourself. From this space of recognition and subtle pressure, your week's path takes shape. The very feeling of being seen and needing to live up to it creates the next step. When you hold yourself to high standards and gather energy from the applause, you naturally look for new outlets, new ways to keep the momentum alive. The hunger for purpose and the tension of expectation stir something in you. You can feel the urge to not only maintain your standing, but to push further, to explore, to express a fresh spark that's been quietly building inside. The sense of pride and the underlying anxiety work together, driving you toward action, sometimes before you've fully caught your breath. The path ahead emerges as both a response to and a product of your emotional landscape, a dance between self-assurance and the restless search for the next big thing. The Page of Wands appears along your path, bringing with it a surge of restless curiosity. The world around you feels alive with possibility, but also with a certain friction. Opportunities may seem to pop up suddenly, An invitation, a challenge, a new idea that catches you off guard. There's excitement in the air, a sense that something is calling you forward, but it's not without its complications. You might notice that the praise and recognition you've received lately have set the stage for new expectations. Others may look to you for leadership, or you might sense an unspoken pressure to deliver something bold and original. This can feel invigorating, but it can also leave you a little unsettled. The desire to respond, to rise to the occasion, mixes with doubt about whether you're truly prepared. You may find yourself bouncing between inspiration and hesitation, eager to try something new but cautious of risking your hard-won status. The momentum carries you, sometimes faster than you intend, and you could feel stretched between what excites you and what feels safe. There's a creative tension here, a push and pull between what you've already proven and what you haven't dared to attempt. Every fresh idea brings the chance for growth, but also the risk of stumbling. As the week unfolds, you may notice how easy it is to get caught up in the energy of the moment, to leap forward before you've fully considered the ground beneath your feet. The friction here isn't just external, it's the internal clash between your drive to be seen as capable and your longing for genuine exploration. This is a week of testing limits, of feeling the heat of your own ambition, and learning what it means to step into the unknown with both courage and humility. It's in these moments, when you're on the edge of something new, when the desire to impress and the urge to explore collide, that your deeper potential waits. But this potential doesn't just unfold automatically. It asks for your full presence, your willingness to notice what stirs inside when the world seems to be changing shape around you. The path you walk this week matters because what you choose to notice, what you choose to engage, will shape what becomes possible. If you meet this moment with openness, with a willingness to see both your fears and your aspirations clearly, a new kind of strength can emerge. The tower stands at the horizon of your potential, not as a threat but as an invitation. There's a possibility here to let go of the structures you've built around your identity, the ways you've defined yourself by achievement, recognition, or control. It's the chance to experience something raw and true, to see what remains when old forms fall away. This isn't about loss for its own sake, but about discovering the freedom that comes from letting things shift. You may feel uncertainty, even discomfort, as you sense the familiar patterns breaking apart, but within that upheaval is the possibility of clarity, of seeing yourself without the usual filters. The tower's energy doesn't promise ease, but it invites honesty, a chance to acknowledge where you've outgrown your old ways of leading, shining, or defending yourself. Growth here is about meeting the truth of your experience, letting the old stories dissolve, and finding a new center within yourself. There's a quiet liberation in realizing you don't have to hold everything together all the time. When you let the process happen, you're left with what's essential: your vitality, your courage, your capacity to rebuild with more authenticity. This is a week for letting change happen gently, for breathing through uncertainty, and for discovering that even in the midst of upheaval, you are more resilient than you thought. As you move through these days, the story of your week weaves itself together. The Six of Wands honors the journey you've taken to arrive here, the pride, the recognition, the strength you've shown. It acknowledges the satisfaction of being seen, while also recognizing the quiet strain of living up to your own reputation. The Page of Wands brings the next chapter into focus, full of restless energy and possibility, but laced with the friction of new expectations and untested ideas. It's the spark that urges you to take risks, to try something just a little outside your comfort zone, even as you worry what might happen if you do. The tower waits in the distance, not as a force to fear, but as a call to honesty. It asks what you're willing to let go of, what old definitions or patterns you're ready to release so that something more real can emerge. The week is a dance between recognition and renewal, between the comfort of what you know and the invitation to step into what you don't. If you feel the ground shifting, let that be a sign that you're alive to the moment, awake to what truly matters. There's reassurance here, even in uncertainty. You are not losing yourself, you are uncovering new layers. The applause, the challenge, the upheaval, all are part of the same unfolding growth. Trust that you can stand in the center of it, steady and true, even as the scenery changes around you. Actionable insights for Leo this week. You could gently allow yourself to rest when recognition feels heavy. You might try letting a new idea simmer without rushing to prove it. You could give yourself permission to feel uncertain without needing to fix it. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor where I am right now. I let new feelings move through me. I am steady, even when things shift. I trust my strength to carry me forward. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.